we have Mike Calamari coming in a few minutes, our Knicks beat reporter, to let us get a little update here he is here. I've just been informed by my wonderful producer, Thomas Aiello. Mike, can you hear us?
Hey, guys, what's up?
How you doing, man? It's great to have you. I'm going to ask this question that I've been itching to know since I haven't been able to track it since the show started. The Knicks, they're kind of their two anchors in the paint, Nerlens Noel, Mitchell Robinson. They were listed as questionable. I believe Mitch is playing and Noel is not. But with that, how is Giannis playing? How's the Greek Freak? Is he dominating in the paint? Is he shooting? What's the stat line looking like there?
Yeah, that's right. Nerlens Noel out before the game. Mitchell Robinson is a go. And, you know, you can really tell the difference without them. Although Giannis hasn't played, particularly great. Bobby Portis has 16 points. He's one of the big men for the Milwaukee Bucks. And, you know, he's really been a killer against the Knicks tonight. And on the other hand, Giannis has been a lot slower. His only points coming from behind the arc. And, you know, the Knicks have done a pretty good job of matching up against him. But when you lose one of your big men in Nerlens Noel, you kind of have to pick your spots. And, you know, the Knicks look like they're looking to guard Giannis, and Bobby Portis has been having his way for the Bucks. That's really been a difference maker, and that's why they're out to such a big lead to start this one.
I mean, Mike, we've talked about it. Or let's talk about the Knicks offense for a second. We talked about it a little earlier. The Knicks have been shooting an obscene amount of 3-point shots this year. How's the shooting been going tonight? How's the production from behind the line? It looks like it's pretty low scoring. How are we looking on the 3-point end for the Knicks?
Yeah, the Knicks have been pretty good from three, pretty solid, and it's been that second unit of guys that have been really good stepping up. Burks has had 2 big threes. You know, talk about quickly, he's hit a 3, Derrick Rose. And in the starters, Julius Randle has been dynamite for the Knicks tonight. He has 2 threes. And they've been really good from behind the arc, but Fournier, Kemba, they're both slow to start in this one. Kemba is yet to score. Fournier only 2 points. Those are guys you need to step up if you want to keep up with the Bucks. That's going to be the big thing to watch in this one. The Knicks offense has been good, but they can be better.
Mike, I'm going to ask about the guy I'm hoping becomes the face of the Knicks within the next few years, maybe even being able to take over Julius Randle's role. We'll see. But RJ Barret, is he going to continue to step up? How's he looking tonight? What do you think his potential role could be within the rest of the season or hopefully for the future of the Knicks?
Yeah, I'm a real big RJ Barret fan. He's looking really good in the offense tonight. He's comfortable with the ball. You know, he runs the offense with poise, and he's been hitting his shots really all season long, and including tonight, he has 9 points. You know, he's missed a couple of free throws. That's hurt the Knicks. You know, that's definitely a part of his game he can work on, but just the maturity we've seen out of him over the years in the NBA, he's really stepped into his own, and he looks like a lot better player for the Knicks. And you got to think, you know, by the end of the season, maybe next year, the year after, he's really going to step into that role. But I think if you're Tom Thibodeau, you really like the player you have. He's been solid tonight. Can he be better for the Knicks? I think we all can agree he can be better. But, you know, for just being a new player in this league, he is a lot better this year. And he's really taken this offense to the next step. And I think what makes this Knicks team so good is that they're deep. Barrett does not need to be, you know, that dynamic one player that, you know, a lot of teams are searching for. They have Julius Randle there. They have Kemba Walker, Evans Fournier. They have that deep second unit. There are a lot of pieces to this Knicks team outside of Barrett, and I think for what he has done this year, to the role he has stepped up into, I think he's been great.
Yeah, I mean, you just mentioned a bunch of guys. This team has been playing very well. They've been playing great together so far. They've had a couple bad losses, a couple great wins. How do you think this team is going to play out for the rest of the year? You think this is a team that these basketball fans need to look out for in the East?
100%. I think it's a team that nobody wants to play the Knicks right now, especially in the Garden. We've seen that, you know, where they lie in the Eastern Conference standings. They are currently at the upper half of that. And, you know, playing the Knicks in the Garden is tough. You can see from the atmosphere tonight, although the Bucks are up, the energy gets going. It is a loud building to play in, and nobody wants to come to New York to play the Knicks. I can assure you of that. And they're going to be dangerous in the playoffs. They are that deep of a team that, you know, if something happens along the season where a couple guys go down, they have the guys to step up quickly. Burks, Rose, these are a really deep team. Their second unit is that good, and that's going to kill teams down the stretch of the season and in the playoffs. I think, you know, when you compare them to the Bucks like they're playing tonight, you compare them to the Heat, you know, some of those really great teams in the East that we know are going to be there by the end of the year, I think it gets a little tough. But for what the Knicks might be competing in that first round and maybe even second round of the East, I think they're right there, and they're going to be a dangerous team moving forward.
All right, Mike, my friend, it's always a pleasure having you on. Let's go Knicks over there at MSG.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Mike.